Hi, Leo. Welcome to my channel and welcome to your weekly read. This is going to be for the next 5 days. It'll bring you into early next week here. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what comes out for you. I am thrilled to do this for you here. We'll see what fresh energy wants to be revealed. Hope all is well, and let's take a look. What is going on for Leo during this week, guys? Do keep in mind, I do have a flash sale, guys. It's only for 48 hours. For those of you interested in a read, you buy one and you get the second one half price automatically. And it's already included within the booking. So you can book anytime on my calendar. And if you are interested, click the link in the description box below. It's for 3 people for the next 48 hours. So if you're interested, grab it while it's hot. Okay. All right, guys, let's see what's going on for you, Leo, here. What does Spirit want you to know most? We'll focus in on that, and then we'll get into career, money, finance, and then we will focus in on love as well, okay? All right, what's going on for beautiful Leos here? What's going on for Leo, and what do we need to know most, Spirit? What do we have, okay? We've got the Five of Wands. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Knight of Swords coming through here. The Four of Pentacles. And the Ace of Cups, nice. And the Death, it's a transformation card. At the bottom of the deck, you're in a transition mode right now. You're at the point of decision. You're like that right at the point of which way you're going to go. And you're thinking about this right now deeply. Now, this could have to do in terms of your work, right? Where you're going to place your energy, effort, and time, where you're going to dedicate all of your talents, all of your energy, and what that looks like. That's going to lead to your 10 of Pentacles, okay? So this is really what is going to bring in the most wealth, and you're at the decision of where you want to spend that time. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to pull a card for numerology, and we will see any sort of indication in terms of your, this energy coming through on what is going to help move you in that direction. Okay, so let's take a look at any sort of insights that might want to come through in numerology about that for you, Leo. What do we get? A happy ending. Just know that whatever choice that you make is moving forward with confidence, and it's connected to source. Okay. So I do get some sort of a happy ending that is coming into play. So with a 93 card, it reduces to a 12. The 12 reduces to a 3, and that has something to do about your creativity. Okay. So there could be something about your creativity that leads you to this. Okay, this is about kind of surrendering to that, creativity here. This is saying that even if something seems impossible at the present moment, like you don't know what you're going to do, how to bring in the money and use your talents to bring in the wealth that you desire, hold tight, because this is saying that even if it seems impossible at this present time, there is a positive, lucrative, outcome that awaits you, and it's well within your reach. Okay, so you attract what you are, and since you bring yourself good fortune when you're happy, and so therefore you attract a lot positive outcomes sooner by being joyous, by focusing in on what's for you is not going to be missed, at all, and by focusing in on now being joyful and acting as if what you want has already come to pass. This is saying that you're being encouraged to focus that attention onto that, okay? Rather than what you fear, focus on what you want more than that, okay? And because that's what you're going to get what you want most, okay? So just get rid of any sort of logic or reason, and that you can't see miracles, because we live in this beautiful, magical universe, and where it does pay to believe and it does pay to dream. So have faith that a happy ending is right around the corner. It's coming right through. Okay, so this is beautiful, and this is good insight, especially for the your underlying energy, Leo. So what I have here is there could be some sort of conflict. This is going into your read. The Five of Wands really focuses in on some sort of obstacle that is taking place. Okay, so this could be that you are experiencing that. This is maybe a petty squabbling in some sort of way. There may not be large problems, and this is saying that you can overcome them with cooperation, and that's going to be key. Okay. So if a situation emerges around you, don't become, try not to become involved. It's if it's handled correctly, the turmoil is just going to blow over. Okay, don't be tempted to add flames to the fire. Be very diplomatic and focusing in on that, and you're going to find yourself real popular with your colleagues at a later date. Okay, so now's not the time to present your greatest idea to others, because there could be power struggles or competition. Just keep it in your drawer for another day when the energy is more conducive. So just note that right now, okay? So with some sort of conflict, it could be about, maybe it's about your emotions or getting authority over your emotions, just making sure that you kind of maintain some sort of balance, especially when you're communicating directly. The Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy is, opinionated. It could be impatient. And it could be focusing on being a perfectionist. Just hold back on that. Okay, hold back on that just a little bit. And that could be kind of what's happening here. I will tell you that there's a transformative period that's coming into play about how you view your emotions and having greater authority over them, Leo. And any sort of squabble, this is really focusing in on, look at exactly what they just said. Focus any sort of squabble, focusing on how you can balance that out. Okay. Some of it might have to do with balancing out your coin, and you don't want it to ruin any sort of security that you have, because there's a happy ending here. Okay. I feel like you're choosing to have that keen sense of perception in terms of how to move forward in an emotionally awakened way. Okay. So you're using your creativity in some sort of way. Let's get a little bit more feedback on this. Let's get a little bit more on this Five of Wands coming through here. Five of Wands, what comes through here? This is Seven of Cups, and this is the King of Pentacles, and this is the Three of Pentacles. This is all focusing in on teamwork and collaboration, right? So any sort of fantasy or illusion, focusing in on practicality, focusing on the King of Pentacles could be with a boss, in terms of that. And this is all about teamwork and collaboration. So just as the card mentioned, a happy ending is underway. I feel that you have that underlying energy to know that whatever conflict is at hand at this moment can actually be resolved through teamwork and collaboration with others. This is shared goals, teamwork, collaboration, exactly what I mentioned. So focusing on that teamwork and collaboration, it's going to be key. Right at the bottom of the deck is you. I feel it's the Queen of Wands. Be optimistic. Focusing on your optimism and your charisma to be able to move forward. Whether you're masculine or feminine, this is leading with the feminine energy. In terms of balancing out emotions, especially within communication or in how you think in some sort of way. Give me anything more that might want to come through. Let's talk a little bit about this transformative card in terms of an approach. So let's take a look at the Death card coming through here. Scorpionic energy. What do we get? Yeah, you're getting the clarity that you need. Ace of Swords, the Magician energy, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, and this is all about getting your wish come true. So I will tell this, there's a transformative period that actually brings out clarity about what you want to manifest. And now you are looking at the bigger picture of things. So it's kind of like you see the bigger picture of things and you don't get caught up in kind of those squabbles. And I feel that that's exactly what you're doing. It's a transformative thing for you, okay? Because sometimes the Knight of Swords can be very direct and opinionated. So there's something about that you are just being sensitive about. That you're changing in terms of yourself. And this is all having that keen sense of perception. You've had some sort of emotional awakening, and it's how you're focused on, focusing in on your stability and security. And you've had some sort of emotional awakening about how to achieve that. And it's all about making your dreams come true. So it's kind of like the right moves at the right time, and focusing on teamwork and collaboration is going to bring some sort of happy ending. And if you're focused on your dream, look at, you get the Ten of Pentacles right over here. So it brings in a lot of wealth and security. What do you need to keep in mind in terms of this? Anything more you need to keep in mind? What Spirit's message is for you? Follow your dreams, surrender, okay? And completion. Okay. And what's so interesting, it's like this reduces to a 12. That brings with it's a 3, and that's communication. So following your dreams, communicating that, surrendering, this is connecting with source in terms of the emotions of the body. This is sacral chakra energy. And having a positive, this is completion, coming to completion. And this is your crown chakra, kind of like that third eye energy, knowing what to do. So you're knowing what to do to follow your dreams and to move you in that direction. Okay. So really quite beautiful. It's all towards your dreams. And you got the 9 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. You know the moves you need to make, Leo, that is going, and you know what to do or say here in order that would either impede your dreams, from the 9 of Cups, or would bring this happy ending and the 10 of Pentacles of what you've been long term, what you've been working on for quite some time. So I think you're going to get what you want here. And look at the Sun card is the next card that's right out after that. And it's kind of like you're rolling the optimism surrounding you to make sure that you zig and zag at the right way in terms of the situation. So this is Spirit's message. Let's go ahead and take a look at what comes through in terms of your career, money, finance. All right. Let's see if that differs in any sort of way. Okay. Career, money, finance. What do we get for Leo that comes through? Okay. What do we get? So let's take a look. We've got the 5 of Swords. We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the King of Swords. We've got the 7 of Pentacles and the Hangman and the Queen of Rods. This is you, okay? Bottom of the deck, it's like emotionally walking away from any sort of deceit of the mind, right? It's kind of like you've made some sort of discovery on how to intellectually have authority over and integrity over your mind. Now, you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but you've made some sort of discovery of the mind. And this could be kind of moving towards your 10 of Cups and away from the 8 of Cups. So there's something that you were investing time into that was a little bit of a deceit. But now that you have authority, greater authority over your mind, you're now focusing in on cultivating what brings harvest. There was something that you made a discovery of. There was some sort of conflict, maybe of something that wasn't working. And I feel you get the Hangman that's coming through. Now the Hangman is a reverse. There's something that you needed to let go of, a negative pattern, and you needed to sacrifice something in order to move forward. And that puts you in the leadership position of the Queen of Rods, which we got in the last spread as well, which is very optimistic and moving forward, and with confidence, being self-assured, focusing in on your vibrancy and your passionate, what you're passionate about. So you had to let go something, in order to move forward. Give me a little bit more on this. What is it that you had to let go? Anything for the Hangman? Yeah, you had to focus in on your personal growth and your compassion and getting out in nature. It was kind of like you had to go through some sort of change, okay? Something brought you to that in terms of that. There could have been a partnership that, a changing that had taken place. Usually that indicates that you've had some sort of an awakening. Getting out in nature is going to help your heart and help you connect your crown chakra with the divine. You're having compassion for yourself and others, and it's coming to fruition. And you're having faith. You're focusing on your personal growth. So something for your personal growth that you had to leave behind in some sort of way. The Hangman. This is focusing in on your inner strength, Leo, and taking power over your inner strength. You look at this, taking power of your inner strength. To get a strong, solid foundation and you needed to sacrifice something that brings in greater stability for you. Okay. So, that's what's key. And then of course you step up into this Queen of Rods. You could be dealing with a boss figure or father figure, that you're having inner strength and you'll be able to push forward to overcome any sort of, to overcome, what is this 4 of Pentacles? I'm just curious what wants to come through. Yeah. You're making a judgment regarding your security. You had to let something go regarding your security and you feel a lot more free now. And now you're able to take the risks that you need to regarding your business, regarding your situation, because of this. Okay. Anything more that we need to keep in mind? What's going to be very helpful for you in terms of this? What do you need to keep in mind in your career, money, finance? What's going to help you? planting new seeds. For some of you, it's planting new seeds, and you're focusing in on the now, in terms of your communications and things at work as well. But you're planting new seeds that's going to be incredibly important for you. So what's going to bring in, it's the sun card coming through here. It's all of that, but it's about planting new seeds that's going to bring in the harvest that you're looking for. Yeah. So I feel for some of you is that this is something about like your words and actions and attitude. It's like a little effort or a small gesture to help grow your future is going to move you forward. You're planting wisely for tomorrow, and you had to give up something that would have been that was a good idea for you to get that. Like I said, is that sometimes you have to give up something in order for long term something better to work out. Sometimes you have to make a move, to change things and then to be able to set yourself up for a better foundation. Okay. So this is about your actions lead to a great loving harvest. And this is about rising to your, beauty, your resilience, and your strength, Leo, is what I get coming through here. Okay. So, it's kind of like you're planting the seeds for a beautiful garden so it can propagate, and its flowers are just going to cover the world. And there's something about what you do is going to bring sunshine to the world. Okay, let alone you already being that with the Queen of Wands. But let's take a look at anything more that is going to be key in terms of your career, money, or finance. Anything that wants to come through career, money, and finance that's going to be key to clarify anything more. Okay. Wow. Yeah, talking about planting the seeds. Look at, we got a home, we got the house. So this is interesting because this is really focusing in on your home. This could be the home with focusing in on the stars, focusing in on the your home is at your domestic affairs, your real estate, your business location, your website, your family or domestic affairs. That is the home that's coming through here. And then we get the garden that's coming through. So the home with the garden here is something about getting around greenery. I don't know, getting around that is going to be very, very key. So yeah, I feel that getting around that's going to be very, very important for you. Getting outside, being able to sit in the garden, gathering and celebrating with community. Yeah, it's very helpful for you at this moment. Okay. And then you get, is this the stars? The 16 cards, the stars. This is new inspiration and clarity and guidance. So it's kind of like, this usually indicates community values here, moving forward towards community values. And especially like even with the house, community values regarding your home are going to be very big for you. Okay. And this is moving forward, in that. And yeah, I feel that you're moving forward in that. It's beautiful. Maybe it's a message that's being delivered, that you have to put something to an end so something else can grow, and to allow yourself to really anchor yourself. It's something having to do, it affected your career. So I feel like you had to reduce something in order that it affected your career so you can move forward more in leadership. And you had to take control of something here that really needed you needed to plant new seeds. All right. It was regarding your foundation. So interesting, guys. Let's take a look at what comes through in your love life. Okay. Interesting. You needed to make some sort of change in a partnership in some sort of way too. Now that could be within your work partnership as well, just to make some changes there. Let's take a look at what comes through in your love life. What comes through in love? Okay, so we get, I have these up. Okay, so we get the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. This is the Page of Cups, messages coming through here. The Five of Swords, to overcome obstacle, and fast movement and change with the Eight of Wands. So what I'm getting here with the Seven of Pentacles, It's coming out in reverse. This means procrastination of long-term vision in what you want, perhaps within your love life. And this is a message coming through about not sure, like feeling like you can't move, like there's no way to turn. Okay. The Page of Pentacles is a message coming through that you feel like there's no way to turn. However, the message that comes through is a Page of Cups. It's about some sort of obstacle that now has movement. So I feel that maybe that something that came through, something that wasn't working before is now working. And now it's kind of like some sort of cycle has ended and you're able to move forward very successfully. It's fast changing movement. Where things weren't moving before, now they are. Now has to do with love. There was a block before that. In terms of love. So tell me what this Five of Swords is in terms of moving forward. What was the obstacle? And that now that there's fast change and movement, what do we get? What is this? The High Priestess energy, focusing in on your highest self. Yeah, focusing in on overcome. Like, yeah, there's a successful completion. You've come, look at, in the bottom of the deck is the Strength card. You've had a successful completion. Universe wanted to get you on, focusing on your highest self. It wanted you to focus on your highest self regarding a transformative period that came to a completion. There was an obstacle surrounding not following your true self in some sort of way. And now, because you've done that, you've developed some sort of inner strength that brings in balance. And now, fast movement and change moving forward. So if your love life was stalled before, no longer will it be. If something wasn't moving before, now it's this cycle to move forward. Before you thought it was you that was stuck, where really that, with the Seven of Pentacles, that this was all about knowing what you wanted. And this is, focusing in on that, not having the long-term vision of what you wanted in your love life, or romantically, or doing what you love. That could be that way too. Love has lots of different definitions. So why is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, because it's about making a choice. Gemini energy. Maybe a Gemini wasn't making a choice, or maybe that this is you not. I kind of get you weren't sure what you wanted. You thought you knew what you wanted, but you felt stuck in a situation. Why is the Eight of Swords coming out? Yeah, you needed to. Something was keeping you up at night. Okay, it was making you feel stuck, and you got the Sun card coming through, which talks about positivity. Now you've got the freedom, joy, success, and optimism. There's openness and vitality. Whatever kept you up at night went from the Eight of Swords to the Nine of Swords, and then you were set free. So there was something in the mind that held you back. What was that? Anything more that wants to come through in terms of that? What was that in terms of your love life? Because this is ruled by Leo. Yeah, there was a challenge. You got the Mountain card, and this is about. Interesting. I'm going to get these two here. I just want to see what this might be. Okay. So I feel that there could have been some sort of challenge with this mountain that's coming through. And this could have been something that was standing in the way in terms of a situation. I feel that maybe your love life wasn't moving forward because there was some sort of limit. There was something reached there was some sort of problem. Okay. So with the 21 card, it says that there was an obstacle, a boundary problem. Now, could be you or the other side, especially as it pertains to a book. There was a secret problem, okay? This is like a secret problem, there was a boundary problem or an obstacle. It was overwhelming and very discouraging, okay? But I do get the 36 card, which is the cross, and then the 7 card. So that really tells me that there was a difficult test or trial, kind of going through a dark night of the soul, of a situation. And with the snake, if something was out of control. And so it kind of like you had to set yourself free from it. I think you kind of made that decision where you had to set yourself free. And that's why something needed to change. Okay, what do we get? Yeah, you had to come up with something very creative and follow your intuition and have a rebirth. Something needed to change. And that's what I'm getting, to bring in balance so you could have faith once again. This is about using your creativity, following your intuition, and having a rebirth. I feel that you had to step out of something previously, but this was a dark night of the soul that you had to go through. So moving forward in your love life, that you're able to move forward because you now are pretty sure what you want now. I feel that you've had the self-discipline to set better boundaries for some of you out there. I think a lot of you out there, and you had to go through some sort of healing with this dark night of the soul. And these cycles take time, all right? But you had to, it's about getting your health, mental, spiritual, and physical health under control. And I feel that, that was exactly to get better in touch with your intuition. And boy, I mean, you put in a lot of effort. And this was really getting, focusing in on self love and moving forward in that direction. So, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Note your comments, like, and subscribe. And if you are interested in the personal read for your personal situation, get that flash sale, guys, while it's hot for the next 48 hours. So until next time, guys, namaste.